Howdy, Possum Patty here, and it is Trash Tuesday. And look at all the trash, so come on along. Well, now, the other day, Mr. Possum and I went to the Big E, which is the New England States Exposition. And what it is like a combined state fair. So instead of all the New England states having their own little state fairs, it's one big giant fair. And it runs for about 10 days or so, from the end of September to the beginning of October. And we used to have a state fair in Danbury. I remember going to that when I was a kid. But now everything's in one big place. It's in Agawam, Massachusetts. And we like to go. We didn't go last year because COVID, but we did go this year and the year before last. But this year, because I'm junk journaling, I went through all the state buildings, and they have all these handouts, and I'm not going to go through all of them, from the different states. So you have 6 states. So you have Rhode Island, and you have, oh, this is from Rhode Island. They're having a Comic-Con. And of course, Connecticut. All these things were free. They were giving them away. And this is from Connecticut. And we have New Hampshire. Look at that, from New Hampshire. And Vermont, I have a map. Massachusetts, wildlife. And of course, Maine. And Maine Lobster Festival. So from each state house that we went into, they sort of have like a tourist place where they have all these brochures and handouts of places to visit in each state. So of course I loaded up on everything, and some of these are booklets and some are postcards. And I love this. Look at this big wildlife book from Connecticut. So you know I'll be using these in my junk journals. And there was something really funny. The post office actually had a booth there, and they had this book about the wonders of America. And I thought this was kind of cool, because we do a lot of Happy Mail, don't we? So it's got these like big stamp images, right? So you can color those in and put them in, or give them away in a Happy Mail or something. And this was funniest of all. Aren't these silly? It says SpongeBob Mail Pants. So they want you to send a postcard to somebody. First class mail, U.S. postage paid. And they were just giving these out. So that was pretty interesting. These big giant SpongeBob Mail Pants. So somebody's going to get these. Alright, so I have all this stuff, and I'm thinking about, I just want to put a little bit from each state on a page. Well, you know, a big state fair is all about the animals, and the exhibits, and vendors selling items, and the midway, and there was this guy who was standing on his head playing the piano. there's always fun shows at the state fair. And of course, food. You can't talk about the state fair without talking about food. And Mr. Possum took these funny pictures of me with a giant baked potato topped with pulled pork. They're a little dark, but that's okay. He took them with his phone. So I printed those out with my little Canon Ivy printer. And I'm going to put those on the page because we know this is the old trashy me book. And we have to have pictures of me in here. So I need maybe even a double spread. Cat's jumping up on my junk. Maybe a double spread. And I want to put a little bit from each of the 6 states and maybe some fun stuff. I might wind up putting some of this in my fall journal and also in my other journal too. It's got these really pretty fall pictures here, picking apples. Okay, so I'm going to clear off my desk, get a page out of my journal, and pick some images to start my page. Okay, this was really hard to pick and choose. I have so much stuff. I could make like 10 different junk journals over. But like I said, I wanted something with the name of each state. So I took the middle spread, but I'm going to have to make sure I fold what's in the middle. And I have Fall in Love with Connecticut. I have Rhode Island. Moving on to Massachusetts. This is going to go in here somehow. Then I have the lobsters in Maine. And this is thick, so it's got to go on the edge. And then I was going to put Vermont down here. And I have some more of these loons from Massachusetts that may or may not get put in here. I don't know if I can fit. I don't want to cover up that, but maybe like that. And then this is a card, so that's going to be a tuck. And I'm going to use my greetings from Connecticut. And on the back, I put the pictures of me eating at the fair. And I'll do my journaling here. One of these went a little crooked, but what are you going to do? It's a junk journal. So I'll put down here, Big E, 2021. And maybe what I was eating or something. All right, so I'm going to get these all on here. I mean, we'll cut to size to put on here. Then I got to go find my double-sided tape and bring you along as I tape everything down. Okay, I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I think I will put this middle piece down first. And what should I use on this? I guess I could just put some tacky glue on here. So there's like this big home show at the fair where you walk around, look at all kinds of stuff. And I did buy some little things for my grandnieces and nephew for Christmas. And I found a very special journal, and I saw that Wanda at A Day in My World actually found one at the Five Below near her house. And I need to go to Five Below and see if they have more. And it is a sort of a tab journal. And wait till you see the theme on this one. They had a couple of different ones, man. They're a little bit more expensive at the fair. Of course, everything is because, you know, the vendors got to pay to be there. But still, I'm going to go check out Five Below and see if they have some more of those. Okay, I want to get this in. Tacky glue is tacky. Is that where the bend is? I think that's right. Oh well, we shall see. And the theme of this special journal is Alice in Wonderland. And look at the roses and the flowers and the horsefly, rocking horsefly, and the Cheshire cat. And it's a tab journal. And Wanda hauled one. Hers had a different theme though. And so it has the pictures. The tea party, little mouse in the teapot there. And there's the rabbit, Mad Hatter probably. And they have little pictures in the corner. And there's the Queen of Hearts. And Alice and the Rose Garden. And there's the rose and the Cheshire cat. And there's a tab with Alice. Isn't that gorgeous? And here's a tab with the Mad Hatter. The dormouse and the teapot. I think it was a dormouse. And the white, this is a white rabbit. So I don't know which rabbit is this? One is the rabbit that, I'll have to look this up. One is the white rabbit she followed down, and I don't know who the other rabbit is. And then there's the bottle, where she cried and made an ocean. I remember that part. Oh, and this is the poem where he's doing the poem about the walrus. I'll have to look that up too. Boy, it's been a while. And the cards from the Queen of Hearts. Disney on the back. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, the Walrus and the Carpenter. The Walrus and the Carpenter. I think that's what that's from. Could be mistaken. You can go ahead and correct me. Especially about these two rabbits. Because if this is the Mad Hatter, and that's a white rabbit, then who's this? I don't know. Anyway, it's gorgeous. It's spiral bound. It's got these plastic tab dividers. The pages are gorgeous. And you know I'm not going to journal in there, but I'm going to be using it for something. I can do art journaling. I can do glue book. I'll do something with it. So what else is going on at the fair? Oh, the Comic-Con characters were there. All dressed up as superheroes, of course. Of course, of course, of course. And this is going to overlap. Enough glue on there? Probably not. I'm not a good gluer. Okay, I want to trim them up after. Oops, shaking the whole table. Moving the camera, shaking the table. That is too sticky. I need to get rid of that and get a clean cardboard for gluing. You can only use it so many times before it's just too sticky. Oh, let's see, I need to find another cardboard. Oh, here's some newspaper. I got some newspaper. Okay, next step is Maine with the Lobsterfest. And that one's going to go on top of this here, like that. Trying to get all my states in there. You know, this is not going to stick. This is plastic. I can use double-sided tape. Tape, 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 tape. Tape, 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 tape. So there's the circus, but we didn't go to the circus. But I do love to go see the camels. There's always a camel caravan there. And we went through an old village, and I got a design idea from a pocketbook. So the bird on the pocketbook reminds me of this bird. The only thing that's different is this doesn't have a little tail, but I could always put one on. And I just love the way the design on the pocketbook has flowers and things in it, so that might be one of my projects on a Monday, is to make some of these birds. I'm just putting this tape on here because it's getting loose. And this was a gift to me. So that might be a fun fall project too, to make those birds. So that was an inspiration. Mr. Possum stopped and talked to a Yamaha dealer because he bought me the Yamaha for Christmas last year, the piano paper. I might have to cut this first. I was going to trim the other ones off after, but as you can see, that's not going to work here. So they had these baby chicks, and it's like a hatchery, and you can go and stand there and watch the little chicks hatch out of the eggs, and the kids love that.
Yeah, I can see a roll of chickens and chicks in there. I don't have any
And back in the day, I knew an egg teacher, agricultural teacher, and he used to bring the eggs up to the fair, and then at the end of the fair he had to find a home for all the chicks. So one year we took some of those chicks from the fair, and they weren't the egg-laying kind of chicks. They're the kind of chicks you harvest when they're a couple months old for food. And I probably will never do that again. Ugh. That was quite the process. Did that stick to there or no? It doesn't want to stick to this, it's so shiny. Probably should have just sewed it on. Yeah, that was quite the process if you've ever had a farm and have to harvest the animals. It's quite the process. Oh yeah, so we used to have this old state fair. That was in Danbury. The carousel from the state fair is in the mall now, on the grounds where the state fair used to be. In Danbury, the Danbury Mall is where the Danbury Fair used to be. And I remember when I was just a little kid and my parents took me there. Is this gonna work? I don't know. I'm not doing too good of a job on this, am I? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So anyway, so I was little, and my parents took me and my brother to the fair, and I remember seeing Elsie the cow from Borden's Milk. If you remember Borden's Milk, Elsie the cow. And I probably didn't have to cut that, did I? No, didn't have to. I remember the carousel, and I didn't get to go on it for some reason. I don't know. But then my father wanted to go off and look at something else. And I got bored looking at whatever it was he was looking at. And then I decided to take myself back to the carousel. And, you know, I must have been like 3 years old at the time. So I want to do along this side and down there. Make a tuck. So I just walked away from my parents at the state fair and wandered over, found my way back to the carousel, and I was standing there watching the carousel go round and round. When eventually my parents did find me. And don't ask me how I did that, but I did. I was a bit of a free-range child from when I was quite young. Quite young. Never afraid to go out anywhere, do anything. Okay, this is going to go right there. Okay, we have Connecticut, New Hampshire, Maine, and Rhode Island. This is from the Comic-Con. They gave me a, what do you call it? A free comic book. I threw it in the bag here. And it is an X-Men free comic book day. Got some pretty cool pictures in here. I could use in a journal. Love this. Wow. Iron Man. Black Widow on the back. That's a cool poster right there. That's going to be fun to play with. I think officially I have enough stuff. At some point I need to stop. Collecting. Okay, I'm going to put this right up to the fold. Like that. So, probably going to trim it. Don't do anything straight, do I? That's so I know where to put the glue or the tape. Okay, I can't see my pencil line. So do you guys have a state fair or something you go to every year. I like the local fairs. They're smaller. You can get up close to the animals. They have contests, you know, like the ox pull and all that stuff. Where's my postcard? I have to see how this is going to fit in because I might have to, yeah. Well, let's see. How am I going to attach this? I might have to attach it around but leave the top open. Yeah, I like local, and you can see all the local entries, produce, flowers, pies, jams, all that kind of stuff. Quilts, Pennsylvania, there are a lot of quilts at the fair. Judging the animals. I worked at one school in Pennsylvania that was out in the country, and a lot of the kids would show their cows at the fairs, and I'd have to go to the fairs and see their cows. So cross there down like that. Let's see, so little piece here. When my son was little, he had rabbits. We had rabbits, little rabbits. We put them in the fair. Do I want that to go down? No, I don't want that to go all the way down. And it went all the way down. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghettio. Let's see. That's there. That, nope, that's okay. It's okay. No problem. I think we're still good. Yeah, he got a blue ribbon for his rabbits. And then one year we put in his baseball collection of all different kinds of baseball things, and he got a big ribbon for that. I'll probably make that a journal page in one of my journals, as I saw the pictures the other day. And I remember there was the avian flu, and the chickens and all the birds were banned from coming to the fair. I hope I did this right. Yay! It worked. It worked, it worked, it worked. Okay, there's Massachusetts. And I'm going to put Vermont right there under the lobster. I didn't cut that very straight. So what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, I got to cut it there. Even it out a little bit. tape. It's a little smaller. Why am I so fussy in a junk journal? I have no idea. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to, this is that waxy stuff. I don't know what this is made out of, but I might have to use tape on this too. So more tape, more tape. You know what, there was one more image I wanted to put on here, and that was the mascot of the fair this year. Is a little chick. He's so cute. And I don't know, I don't see it here. I'm going to have to look for it. Okay, this is going to go right over here. Okay, so starting up north we have Maine, and then we have Vermont, New Hampshire, then we have Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, and Connecticut. Although I might want to put one more thing here. Where'd the rest of the duck go? They're not ducks, they're loons, I know that. It's funny, the picture of the loons is Massachusetts, and most of the loons that I've ever seen were up in Maine. And maybe I'll add one more loon. One more loon. Massachusetts wildlife. Let's see if that fits right in there. See, here's the bend, so I'll have to put on this side of the bend. The fold. Cover that little spot right there. And how am I going to stick this down? I'll probably glue this guy. Kind of shiny here too. This was the centerpiece and the first signature. And it is almost done. It might be done, but it might almost be done. Let's see if I can find a picture of that little chick. Okay, I found the words the Big E and the Little Yellow Chick. That was their mascot this year. And I cut it up. And I'm going to put the E down here. And here's a little chickie, isn't he cute? That was their mascot this year. And a little glue stick. I'm going to put him right on that E. And the words the big. Maybe that'll have to go in this corner here. We put it like that. We can put it like this. Put it this way. For funsie, let's face it in a different direction. Just to be different. I got these off the brochure map they give you when you go in to find your way around. And the lady handed me one, and I told her I needed one for Mr. Possum. She kind of looked at me funny, like, why do you two need two maps? I said, well, if he gets lost, I'm going to need the map to find him. Or we're going to need the map to find each other. All right, I think I am done with the Big E. I got so much good junk left over. You're going to be seeing that stuff in probably every journal. The Smash book, the Fall journal, this book. Greetings from Connecticut. I still want to put something in here, though. Well, I cut up one of the brochures and I put some yellow strips on the card because the first one was crooked and it was making me crazy. I know, it's just a junk journal. It is my journaling. Big E, September 20, 2021. Fair food, pulled pork over baked potato. And the spread is back in the middle of the signature. We've got Connecticut, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. And another card from Connecticut. And my junk journal page is done for today. That's going to go in there. And there we have it. So, now I am done, right? Right. Okay, I am done. So, happy junk journaling. Happy Trash Tuesday. Thanks for coming along today. Bye-bye now.